I can't sleep. The spiders are moving things. But yeah, I'm a bit migraine-ish. I'm a bit sleepy because I've been sleeping on the couch because spiders have kicked me out of my bed. Oh dear. To be fair, like when we catch them during the day, we could just like, you know, pop them outside. pop them outside. They'll be fine. They're big enough that they'll survive. Listen, they're huge. But like, yeah, not in the bedroom. Not where all the papers are. That's the thing is, just because like they're quite large, if they like scuttling over papers, the papers shift around and you get like the noise in the middle of the night. And it's like, ah! And then if they're, but like, I keep my, a couple of them are broken unfortunately, which is like why you can get in the costumes now. But I keep my costumes in suit bags, and so when they're like climbing over the suit bags, it's like crinkle, 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 and it's like, ah! I could just hear them. Stop it. I was really nervous because when I first heard them, I thought they kind of sounded like rats, and I was like, how? We were on the first floor for starters, and like there's no food in this room, so there's like no reason that there would be like rats. But like it sounded like this like scuffling of rat. If you've heard like rats in a roof or something like that, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like rats like digging at things. And so when I was hearing it at night the first time, I didn't assume they were spiders. I just assumed they were rats. And I was like, oh my god, how did a rat get in our bedroom? And why is it like tunneling? Where is it? And why can I hear them at two different places? Wait, we didn't have any rats. Why do we suddenly have loads of rats? What's going on? No, it's just spiders, really big spiders, which honestly I think for a lot of people would be worse than rats. No rats, just massive spiders. My house is slowly but surely becoming like Dark Souls. We're good. All we need is some dogs. Get some dogs, and then we have massive spiders and rats. Oh dear. Yeah, no rats, thankfully. Just lots of spiders. Just lots of really, really big spiders. Oh dear. Yeah, so that's how my life is at the moment. It's all right, to be fair. Like all things considered, it's not the worst. I can sleep on the couch for a few nights, but yeah. It's making me anxious because I'm like, if I leave the door open, will they come into this room? I guess in some ways it's not so bad, but like I'd have to be pretty careful because obviously I do have like areas of my room on camera, and like I don't want to spook people by having like a massive spider walk into frame. I guess arachnophobia is like a big one. Like a lot of people are very afraid of spiders, so like I wouldn't want to spook people in the middle of a sewing session by having a massive spider just crawl on my desk or something. Especially because if it's next to my hands, it will look even bigger because I don't have very big hands. So like, they are big, but they're not stupidly big. But on camera next to my hands, they will look stupidly big. Oh dear. Oh, also, I don't know if I showed you this. I have got a few things to show you, actually. I don't know if I showed you this the other day. We have our collector screen here, right, which is the one that we'll be mainly crafting in, which is the one where I can have my hands out and do sewing and stuff like that. But I do also have this screen, which I might have to move where the chat is actually thinking about it because you do kind of cover it. But it means that I can like show you my mannequin and putting the stuff on there and like building it up slowly. I might actually just, while your guys is there, I might just move chat because I don't think that's probably the best place for chat. I don't know if I can have chat on this screen is the thing, because like where do I put you? Where can you go? I don't know where you can go. Where like you're not going to be wildly in the way. I'll put you here, but I might minimize you just for now. There you go. You do exist on the screen, you're just invisible. But yeah, so we have like a double cam now, so I can show you the stuff building up on the mannequin while we make it. So if we're say like doing stuff, putting on the mannequin, doing stuff, and then like putting it on the mannequin, I could just switch backwards and forwards. The other thing that happened is my books arrived. Now, again, I'm a bit migraine-ish right now. I don't think I'll be able to read them. Sorry, this is the problem with books and me, is like, it's because they're like physical books, I can't blow up the text, but I can at least show you so you can kind of see what I'm referencing. This is one that I've been really, really excited to get, from 1600 to 1630 men's patterns, and oh my god, it's such a good book. I have been waiting for this book for so long, and I'm so glad that I have it. It's so cool. Anime, welcome on in. I was just going to show you guys some of the books that I've got for this next costume. Again, I'm not going to probably be able to read it right now, but I can show you the pictures. So they go through some like stitches. Oh god, that's going to be very yellow. some stitches and stuff like that about connecting and all that. But the bit that's really interesting is them taking older pieces of clothing and breaking them up into their components. So like, for instance, this one, it's I believe this is a doublet or doublet. I'm gonna call it a doublet. But they break it up, and then these are the pattern pieces. So it like takes it from this to this and shows you how to draw it up. Like, it's really, really cool. There's also some really cool bits where they show the layering, because these pieces are like super, super layered. Also these pattern bits are good. There's a lot, by the way. There's a lot. There's a lot for just one. I'm trying to find those parts. This is, again, how they sewed them together. So basically, it just takes certain items of men's clothing and shows you how they would have made it. But there are some also really, really cool bits about layering, which I can't seem to find right now. It does it with multiple pieces of clothing as well. Like, yeah, this is like the example of like seeing it, how it would be, and then taking it all apart. And again, I can't read most of it right now, so unfortunately I can't like confirm or deny which bits they are. I wish I could find the bit which talked about the layering, because the layering is so cool. Maybe it's a bit difficult with it and you can't read it. Oh dear. It's pretty sick though. It's pretty sick. And the bits where they're like showing you how to sew it all together. And again, like they reference the stitches at the beginning of the book for like the types of stitch that they would have used for this, and then the types of stitch they would have used at this point. You can like reference back to the beginning of the book and be like, oh, okay, they're referencing like, there's one that's had later on that has really intense buttonholage. And like that one's really cool. Yeah, so like they're like, oh yeah, it would have been like this kind of stitch, so then you can see it like as you do it up. It's so cool. I've been waiting for this book, and I'm gonna use it so hard. Exciting, hell yeah, book excitement. Oh, Dis, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm a bit not under the weather, but other than that, I'm all right. I really want to find the bit which shows you the buttonholes. I'm not gonna go through. Oh, here's a bit. Shows you the layering. Like shows you the layering for just one piece. And like this sort of stuff is so useful, because like even if you were to get reference images of the pieces, you're not going to be able to see how many layers go into each pattern piece. And like it's so cool. So I can't read it, god damn it. I wish I could tell you what they were. That's the other thing, it tells you the fabrics that they're made of. So it will be like, name this layer and then the fabric that it would have been made of, and then this layer, this layer, this layer, this layer. It's all color coded. It's so cool. It's so cool. There's a really cool bit with buttonholes as well, where I don't know if I can find it. Again, it's a little difficult without being able to read, because I'm going completely via the pictures. This is a different piece that they're working on right now. But I feel like this is the one. Is this not the one which has the really cool buttonholes? There's one that has like ridiculous buttonholage, and it like referenced back to the stitches an awful lot. Oh, we go into the capes. The capes is not what I needed. I like the doublets. The doublets. Thank you for the hydrate. Welcome on in, Brain. We're just talking a little bit about yeah, all of the one of my reference books that I'm very much enjoying. Can't say, oh, you're fine. Take care. Oh, yeah, to be fair, it's really late for you. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope that you're doing all right. I shall hydrate. It's still kind of hot, to be honest, but we did it. We did it. Yeah, I love this book. As soon as I saw this as an option of something that I could do, was it this one? Yeah, no, it is this one, because yeah, it's got all of like the really intricate stitching on it. This one was really interesting. Again, I can't pinpoint exactly where I was reading through it, because I can't really read the words right now. But
hello, have a wonderful day.
Oh, hello, wonderful day, Chad. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I'm just going through a book that I got. I'm not going to go through the whole book, and I would say that if you're looking to make very specifically 16th or 17th century menswear, this is a really good book to pick up. But you know, again, only really in that specific scenario. But like, it's so cool. I love it. It's like, it goes through how you do all the stitching around the buttonholes, because again, it's all completely hand stitched, all this. It shows like the different stitches, the front of the back of certain parts, and then like again, a lot of it does, I can see like the small things. They reference back to certain pages where the stitches go into detail of how you would do those stitch. It's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. I've been waiting. I am late to the party. What book? This book. It is called 17th century men's dress patterns from 1600 to 1630. Sorry, it's maybe not like the most exciting sounding book in the world, but I really, really like it. And again, if you're looking to make slightly more old-fashioned clothing, do you have green jelly gloves? I do. But I'm not going to be using them right now because I'm going to be cutting a lot of stuff out, and because they're fabricy gloves, here they are. Because they're fabricy gloves, I wouldn't want to like accidentally cut them. So yeah, I do have them. They're just not for right now. Oh dear. Wow, Jenny, I did. You can't see my hands on the VTuber, right?